Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot, and this is a general reading for Cancer. It's middle of November as I film this. As a general reading rules apply, timing's not absolute, it's useful for you when you get to it if it resonates. There's a past and a present in this spread, so if the past and the present don't fit, don't try to make it fit. However, you can ask a question before this reading, so take a moment, think about all the questions that are around you at the moment and focus on one of them. However, do be aware of all of them because the cards will answer whatever they please to and not necessarily what you or I think is the most pressing question. If this reading is not for you, i.e. the past and the present don't fit, go and watch your moon sign, go and watch your rising sign, because this is a reading for Cancer. It could be sun, moon or rising. If you don't know what they are, there is a link in the description down below to go and get yourself a birth chart from AstroSeek. You just need your time, date and place of birth. So, I think that's everything. Other than, there's also a link down there to the Facebook page for this channel. I post these videos and I post all the astrology stuff that I watch. So, I try to make it a bit of a one-stop shop. Come and join the fun. If the reading does mean anything to you, I'm always grateful of a little comment of feedback because it helps me think that I'm not just sat here talking to my laptop. Right, let's bring the cards up after all that because I think that's all my housekeeping and self-pitying done. I'm sorry that the readings are late. I had some ill health last week, so I did no filming whatsoever. Now, you've got loads of new beginning energy going on here, Cancer, and it may not be as apparent as what you'd think. It's almost like, there is a real world new beginning, Ace of Pentacles. Underlying this is Ace of Cups, a new dream, a new passion, a new love driving you forward. But that can be unseen because we're coming out of quite a stressy, painful period. It's we have the Three of Swords in the recent past where I think you was in a position where you ended up feeling that you knew more than what you actually did. That sounds harsh, doesn't it? And recently this is something that has come more apparent to you, and it's meant that you've lost. It's meant that you've lost something. It's meant you've lost a few things. The things that you've lost may have been a fact that you held to be true and you found out that it isn't. Or this awareness that I know what's going on when actually, no, you didn't. But we have conflict with the Five of Wands, the High Priestess trying to balance it all, but also trying to balance things slightly beyond her reach. I've never got that from that card before. But they were beyond your reach. And this is something that this lesson that you didn't know as much as you thought you did is actually stands in your stead. It will have a good end. It will be a good thing. But it's meant that you've had to say goodbye to loads of stuff, whether they are beliefs or whether it's people out your life, whatever. You've said, right, all right, goodbye, and that was a strategic move on your side, but I do think that not all the strategic moves were based on great information, good information. However, it's all come out in the wash. It's all fine because Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, these are only good. And Six of Swords on the bottom. You are in the process of moving yourself to a better place, which you're aware of. There's this Hierophant card, I'm thinking there's some saying I've got on the tip of my head about good thought and good action. I think it's good thought inspires good action. But that is something that you're making a commitment to, and that is something that you are recognizing is going on, that you are making that commitment. And I do feel that other people, although you feel like you're a bit alone in this, you're actually not. There is someone either seeing you as a nurturing force, which means you're not alone, or is giving you that nurturing, which means you're not alone. Even though it feels like you are, but this is a long-term process that's going on here. So don't worry if it feels really slow. The pace will pick up soon enough. Let's have a look what's under these Eight of Cups. Yes, so dreams are changing. There's a past dream, which is, that makes sense because we have Hazmed of Annihilation here. And this Matriarch card, she's one who reminds us basically about, you know, good thoughts leading to good action, but there are certain things you just cannot put right. Once they're done, they're done. There is the story of the Matriarch here is that she was sentenced to some desolate area of the afterlife, not because she didn't lead a good life, she did, but she forgot to, or didn't bother to, pay the gods the homage that they required in the world that she was in. So basically she opens a home for waifs and strays in the middle of the afterlife and just carries on being a good person. So she's happy, and that's what's called here, because this Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, there is a dream to be abandoned and a new dream to go forward, which is, this new dream is something that you're committing to anyway, but you really do have to eradicate, with Hazmed here, the last vestige of this old dream, which is also again where you was feeling like maybe you knew more than what you did. Let's see what's underneath those cards. Yeah, because the more that things changed, the less that you knew, but the more you could see the good path ahead. But things are starting to pick up. Things are starting to acquire value in a way that things that you didn't expect to fly before are now starting to fly. Things that are making you go, oh, okay, it's going to be hard work, but I can make the lightning changes that are required of me. And when I say they are required of you, they are required of you by you, because you've had to abandon that old dream, and there's a new dream that has already sort of grabbed you. It might have grabbed you, you've got to grab it. You know, it's got to be a two-way thing, because there is a huge amount of, right, this is something that is going to surge ahead. Get your healing done, get your relaxation and healing done now. You know, all this letting go of stuff and all this letting go of an old dream to let this new dream to take over. Get it over and done with, because things were going to be moving quite fast. And they're going to, it's almost like there's a rebirth for you. But the other thing that we've got Nine of Pentacles, so rebirth, but on your own. Justice and the Devil. So there is an element of things will be set right, whatever that means. I think, if I remember correctly, astrologically, there's a lot of that going on, you know, setting things right now. There's, let's see what this Devil's card's got to say. And we've got the Page of Cups. I rather think that this new dream that's coming into being, or starting to grab hold of you, and you need to grab hold of it, is your saving grace. Is the one thing that will bring you good health and home, because we've got Nine of Cups here, which can be a bit of a gluttony card, but what I'm really drawn to is this statue of, I assume it's Hestia in the background here. And I don't feel that from this woman on the sofa, I don't think that she's like the overly boss in charge, even though, yes, that's her slave pouring her wine. But she's more like lying down and, that's done now. I deserve to relax and kick back because there's plenty other stuff going on, but there's only so many plates that you can spin here. So relaxation and healing here, when you get chance, that has to be held as a priority as you are grabbing hold of this new dream, whatever this new dream is. It has to be held as a priority, because there's going to be so much more called of you with that matriarch card and Hasmed, Angel of Annihilation. Yes, you need to get rid of that old dream. You need to get rid of the rigid thinking. You have got the strength to do it. And we have step out of your comfort zone and dwelling in truth. So you need to admit what it is that you are wanting to go forward with. And maybe with the dwelling in truth and all that justice business here, it's not just admit what you want to go forward with, but it's admit what is behind you. How that manifests, I don't know. It's more than likely admit to yourself. You know, what you've done, but do you really? You know, we've all got things where the reaction could be, yeah, I just don't want to think about that. Move on. But no, you do need to think about that because the world is deliberately bringing it to your attention to a good end. There's friendships coming out of this. There's here Raguel. Raguel is a practical angel, but is also in this particular deck a symbol of divine intervention coming along. So basically, I do feel there's an element here of God helps those who help themselves. You help yourself, as in do the work, do the healing, and you're going to be surprised at what results come along. Now that's actually, oh my God, 11 minutes. That's really short. But that's everything that it's saying. That's quite a nice message. But as I say, there's a lot of work involved in there. A lot of work. When I say rest and recuperation, it's more get on with your healing. You know, and if that involves work, which it does because you need strength to let go of these things, you need to avoid being rigid in your thinking. Less rest, more recuperation. In fact, I might call the reading that. Okay, so if that means anything to you, Cancer, short and sweet as it is, comment down below, and I will see you on my next readings. Cheers.